Good day everyone. Today I will discuss on how to use factoring in solving quadratic equations. But before we proceed, let us discuss first the steps in using quadratic equation. Step number 1. Transform the quadratic equation into standard form if necessary. Step number 2. Factor the quadratic expression. Step number 3. Apply the zero product property. Step number 4. Solve each resulting equation. Step number 5. Checking. These are the 5 steps in solving quadratic equations using factoring. Remember those steps, as our discussion is continue. Let us have example number 1. The given quadratic equation is x squared plus 9x plus 20 is equal to 0. We will apply the steps that I shown earlier. For the step number 1. Transform the quadratic equation into standard form if necessary. The standard form of quadratic equation is a, x squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Based on the given quadratic equation, it is already formed in standard form of quadratic equation. Then, let us now proceed with step number 2. Factor the quadratic expression. In factoring, first thing to do is factor x squared. So, the factor of x squared is x times x. If we get the product, x times x is equal to x squared. We are already done with the factor of x squared. Now let us move on what appropriate sign would be assigned in each factor. Then, as you can see, the quadratic equation does not have negative sign, only positive sign. Then, we can say that sign of the two factors is positive. We already done with the sign. Let us now move on to what number will fits to the equation. So, to find the appropriate number, think two numbers when you multiply. The result is equal to 20. And when you add, the result is equal to 9. So, the two numbers are 4 and 5. So, when you multiply, 4 times 5 is equal to 20. And when you add, 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. Therefore, the two numbers are 4 and 5. Now, the factor of the given quadratic equation is x plus 4 times x plus 5 is equal to 0. Let us move now to step 3. Apply the zero product property. We will equate the factors into 0. So, we have x plus 4 is equal to 0. And x plus 5 is equal to 0. Let us move to step number 4. Solve each resulting equation. So, we have x plus 4 is equal to 0. Since we are looking for the value of x, then, we need to transpose positive 4 into other sides of the equation. By applying the addition property of equality, wherein you add the inverse of positive 4, which is negative 4. So, we have x plus 4 is equal to 0. Then, add the inverse of positive 4, which is negative 4, in both sides of the equation. Let us now simplify. X plus 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0 minus 4 is equal to negative 4. Then, we have x plus 0 is still x. Is equal to negative 4. Therefore, the value of x is equal to negative 4. For the other factor, which is x plus 5 is equal to 0. Since we are looking for the value of x, then we need to transpose positive 5 into other sides of the equation. So, we have x plus 5 is equal to 0. Then, add the inverse of positive 5, which is negative 5. Let us now simplify. X plus 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0 minus 5 is equal to negative 5. Then, we have x plus 0 is still x. Is equal to negative 5. Therefore, the value of x is equal to negative 5. Now let us check if these two values of x are a solution of the equation. Step number 5. Checking. Let x is equal to negative 4. Get the original equation, which is x squared plus 9x plus 20 is equal to 0. Substitute the value of x, which is negative 4. So, we have negative 4 squares, plus 9, substitute the value of which is negative 4. Plus 20 is equal to 0. Let us simplify. Negative 4 square equal to negative 4 times negative 4 is equal to positive 16. Therefore, the value of negative 4 is equal to positive 16. Then, 9 times negative 4 is equal to negative 36. Plus 20 is equal to 0. Then, 16 minus 36 is equal to negative 20. plus 20 is equal to 0. So, we have negative 20 plus 20 is equal to 0. Then, 0 is equal to 0. Therefore, negative 4 is a solution of the given equation. Let us also check the other value of x, which is negative 5. Let x is equal to negative 5. Get the original equation, which is x squared plus 9x plus 20 is equal to 0. Substitute the value of x, which is negative 5. So, we have negative 5 squares. Plus 9, substitute the value of which is negative 5. Plus 20 is equal to 0. Let us simplify. Negative 5 square equal to negative 5 times negative 5 is equal to positive 25. Therefore, the value of negative 5 is equal to positive 25. Then, 9 times negative 5 is equal to negative 45. Plus 20 is equal to 0. 25 minus 45 is equal to negative 20. Plus 20 is equal to 0. So, we have negative 20 plus 20 is equal to 0. Then, 0 is equal to 0.
For more videos on mathematics, please don't forget to subscribe.